Blog Talk Radio.
Hey guys, this is Those Guys with your host Matt Marrero along with the other host.
Buzz Lightyear, Star Command.
Alright, so Buzz, I hate to tell this to you, but you're just on a podcast. You're not like, you know, a space commander in space on a podcast. Like you're just
What?
Here on I don't know. Could you just imagine just be like, but I thought I was on a podcast in space, Woody. Also, I'm not Woody. Please, just stop calling me Woody. Oh, God. Just, you really have to do the Mrs. Nesbitt thing. God, that was funny. Get a hold of yourself, slaps him with his own arm.
Training wasted.
No, but imagine slapping a man with his own arm.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, this is great.
I really had to think about that growing up.
You know, there was a lot so today we're talking about the original Toy Story. We have not seen Toy Story 4 in theaters yet. I don't think I'm going to see it in theaters. Not sure what you think about that, Tristan. Not the right podcast for that completely, but just curious.
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually asked you if you're going to see it in theaters or not, because you've seen some trailers. No spoilers, but you've seen some trailers that I think made you have a different opinion than you initially did. I haven't seen those yet.
I don't know what to think of it, really.
Yeah, that's fair. But either way, I know that, you know, you've been asking me about doing this for months, and I think for me, the only reason why I was kind of like, I don't know, is because not only do we have other stuff to do, but also the fact that I've seen this movie so many times that I didn't need to see it again, and I think that's kind of why. Not that it got played out. Not that it got played out, but like, no, but you know what I mean? Like, you've seen it so much, and it's one of your favorite movies, and it's definitely one of mine, or at least one of my favorite franchises, I'll say. Maybe not this movie in particular, but the franchise as a whole, all three together, really complement each other very well. So this is one of my top 5 favorite franchises, I would say, of all time, as of right now. But even from when I was a kid till now, I think it's just such a good movie, not just to, you know, go back and watch, but it's also just a good movie in general to show, you know, kids, teens. Anyway, I don't know, it seems like a nice movie, well-rounded, nothing too out there for kids. Like, there was some stuff where it was like, oh, yeah, I didn't get that as a kid. But it wasn't, like, too reference-based. Do you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't, because there's certain movies, even though I love them now, and I think I enjoyed them as a teen, I did think about it at the time, and I was like, man, like, would my little brothers even get half of these references that they're making? And not that they were adult references, but just the references to other media. Like, certain films or TV shows for kids become reference fests and don't exist as their own stories. This, I think, did. And that's why I really like this movie, is that, yes, there were a few little things here and there that were said that I was like, oh, that's funny. Like, just the references to being, you know, like, to what toy brands they're from. Like, what are you, from Hong Kong, Thailand? It's like, you know, I'm from Mattel. I mean, I'm not really from Mattel, but I was a company that bought Mattel. I'm like, God damn it, this is funny. As a kid, I'm just like, I even though I could read, I didn't think of Mattel and Hasbro. Now I'm just like, right, Hasbro owns Power Rangers, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
But, yeah, so, but
oh,
talking
really?
about...
I'm from preschool.
Yeah. So the thing is, for me, I had seen this movie so many times as a kid, VHS, on television. I went to the theaters with my brothers and my dad, and I think my stepmom as well. We saw Toy Story 1 and 2 in a combo.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think, because we saw Toy Story 2, I think, by itself, but then I know that they did this weird double thing where they were like, you could watch Toy Story 1 with a brief intermission and then Toy Story 2. And then during the brief intermission, I'm pretty sure it was Woody, Buzz, and I think someone else who were just like, hey, you going to go get that popcorn? You know, yeah, it's a great time to get the popcorn, go to the bathroom. Like, it was just really funny. Like, they were just animated versions of themselves just talking to everyone. Like, yeah, you're in the theater right now watching this. Anyway, so, yeah, I just think that I saw it so many times that you bringing it up, like, hey, we should totally do this. I'm like, we should, but, like, I don't know. I didn't know. Like, I don't know. For some reason, it just didn't really click to actually do it again, because I feel like I've done it so many times. I've watched it so many times, and then I've talked to you about it in person, on the phone, other people. So in a weird way, it felt like we've already podcasted on it, but it's like, no, we actually haven't. So, with the new Toy Story coming out, I thought, let's take a look back at the first one and see some of the things that we liked, some of the things that we didn't like. And one of the things that I don't like, and it's not the movie's fault, it's no one's fault. It's just the fact that I'm watching. No, it's not what you're thinking at all. I'm watching it on Blu-ray. So, yeah, I want to watch it on DVD or VHS or even on TV again, because in Blu-ray it's too good, and certain scenes or certain movements or certain. Well, yeah, not even horrifying in like these are the island of misfit toys, Sid's room.
Right.
Not that kind of horrifying. Like just seeing the sergeant's mouth move looks like it's just a man trapped in a toy, because it's the mouth is completely green.
Oh no.
Well, yeah, no, the sergeant's mouth is completely green. So on your DVD that you watched, it
right.
doesn't look that bad, but like in Blu-ray on a big TV, clear, it just looks like he's like, help me, like on the Wailing Wall.
Oh God. Right. Jeez.
And then also looking at Sid's dog, I believe it was Spike. Yeah, just something really. He just looks weird, and like you said, in a horrifying way. Where I think if I watched it on DVD, maybe smaller television, definitely on VHS, I think it would just look normal, like for the time that it was made. But now that it's like, yeah, let's just put it on Blu-ray, and I think it looks so great, and I'm just like, yeah. Whoa. Certain things, not everything. Like in general, obviously for its time, God, that animation is gorgeous.
Yeah.
For when it came out, because animation looking that good with those 3D models at the time, I mean, for me, that's groundbreaking. But obviously now, it's crazy how a video game, i.e. Kingdom Hearts 3, could have Toy Story World look better than this movie.
Right, yeah. I mean,
how crazy
is that? Because
yeah,
he's bringing this up because I was literally playing it as I watched it, and I'm like, Matt,
no, I'm bringing
Toy Story with my Toy Story.
No, I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it up because I saw the trailers for Kingdom Hearts 3. I think we've talked about them on Keikaku Corner, where we talk about other news articles and stuff.
Yeah.
So we talked about them, and the world, like the entire game, looks gorgeous. I haven't played it yet, but it looks gorgeous. And so seeing how Toy Story, the world looks, I'm looking at that world and I'm looking at this movie and I'm like, wow, we've come this far.
Yeah, true.
It's crazy. Yeah, but no, the movie itself, though, putting the animation aside, Blu-ray, all that stuff, the movie itself, I enjoyed it because it had certain themes to it that were somewhat complex, but they didn't really delve as deep as I think they did in movies 2 and 3 for stuff that both kids and adults can kind of learn from. But in this case, it was just simple enough. It was like, hey, there's always room for, like, you can have two best friends, for like little kids watching. You can have two best friends. You don't have to think about like, oh no, I'm going to get replaced, et cetera, et cetera. There's enough room for everyone at the table. Don't be dumb. Let's all have a good time. And don't be like Sid. Don't be that kid.
Yeah.
Don't be like Sid. You could like the things that he likes because it's kind of funny. I looked at his shirt. I looked at his posters. I'm like, looks like a stand-up citizen to me. And then I see the operations, and I'm like, horrifying. No.
I don't believe that man's ever been to medical school.
That fucking killed me.
And just Woody, like, horrified faces behind. I feel like that's basically me and you. It's like you commentating on something while it's happening, and then it's just me with the horrified faces behind you.
I just want Randy Newman's "You've Got a Friend in Me" to play as Sid is just decapitating that doll.
Oh God!
With Woody's face in the background. Woody's face. His just face is, oh God.
Murderer! No way, you don't understand.
I laughed so hard when there was just like, Buzz, please. Well, as a kid, I was upset because I'm like, Buzz, literally just stand up, just stare at them. You don't have to come with Woody. Just stare at them to show that you're there. And no, Woody has to fucking have his arm So it looks like he's murdered him and stolen his arm.
Yeah.
I was so mad as a kid.
Disgusting.
Oh my God. Mr. Potato Head, Mr. Potato Head, Mr. Potato Head. What I could dream.
Really sold it too. Oh God.
I think one of my favorite lines in the movie now, not as a kid, but now, was the meeting about plastic corrosion awareness.
Yes, right. And we'd like to thank Mr. Spell for putting that on for us. Thank you, Mr. Spell.
You're welcome. She fucking kills me.
Just as a warning now, I mean, I know you know this, Matt, but this is one of those movies that I watched so many times that I know every line from. Like, this is one of the movies that I will pull lines from when I can't make conversation, or when I can make conversation. Either or.
Speaking of the fact that you know this movie so well, it reminds me of another movie you know, Star Wars, and you were saying that there was a Star Wars reference in this. Was it on the door of something somewhere? Was it like a room at the... Because I forgot what it was specifically.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure it's more when Buzz is talking, like when he's looking at the moon, and they both fell out of the car after they fought. And then Woody's like, you've taken everything that's important to me. And he's like, you know, don't talk to me about what's important to me. Right now, the evil emperor is sitting on the edge of the galaxy building a weapon that can powerful enough to destroy a planet, and I alone hold the secret plans that give away its only weakness.
That's actually funny. You're right.
As he's looking at the moon, I'm like, guys. Which is honestly, I would love if they just ran into some Star Wars toys at some point. I know it probably won't ever happen, but...
That's not fair. Now, anything can happen.
That's true. I mean, yeah, shit. Wreck-It Ralph got to see Star Wars, so why not Toy Story?
No, yeah, I would not be surprised if Toy Story 4 had some joke about a Marvel or Star Wars character as a toy.
Right.
Would not be shocked at all. But no, yeah, I just think that it was nice. It was not simple. I don't want to use that word, but it was just to the point. It was fun. I don't think there was anything that I could go, oh, that should have been cut out. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just it was something that just, it worked. It was like, hey, the two of them are rivals, even though Buzz truly believes it, which is like, you have to tell Buzz, like, hey, sorry, bud, sometimes your dreams don't come true. Great lesson for kids. Hey, buddy, sometimes the world is just an Earth with no galactic emperor. No, but it was nice to have, at least when Buzz realizes that. It's like, well, you know what? I mean, after his existential crisis, he then realizes, you know what? That's fine. It's okay. We can work together.
It can't be true. I could fly if I wanted to.
Good God. No, but it's funny. As much as I love this movie, I think in some way I love Toy Story 2, the game, more.
Oh, right.
Buzz's Lightyear.
Yeah, Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear the Rescue. Yeah.
Yes. God,
oh,
that was
God,
such a
I had
good
that game too. It is. It really is.
PC and PS1, man. So good.
Yep.
Anyway, what the fuck? Sorry, pause. Screenplay by Joss Whedon. I don't know what he contributed to this movie, but what in the fuck? Huh. Interesting. Now I'm thinking of some of the one-liners. Interesting. Anyway, but no, yeah, I think it was a very kind of a certain balancing act with Woody, especially hearing some of the stuff that was cut from the film, because you want to make Woody into a character where, you know, you don't like what he did, but you don't hate him and want him to, like, go to jail for galactic war crimes. Like, you gotta... Well, I mean, Buzz is from space. He's a spaceman, okay? That's getting into Federation territory there.
We can go back to the room, and you can explain to everyone that this was all just a big mistake.
Hey, look, I'm Picasso. I don't get it.
You uncultured swine.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
You hockey puck.
Hockey puck's like, what the fuck did I do?
Oh, I still love that too. Or
oh, man.
even Even though you tried to terminate me, revenge is not an idea we promote on my planet. Oh, well, that's good. But we're not on my planet.
Yes, are we?
No.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. Look happy. Ha, 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 ha. But God damn it, no. Apparently Andy has been playing, Final Fantasy X? Which one had Titus?
Oh, God. Yes, Titus. Yeah, Titus, whatever you want to say.
So, Andy's apparently been
playing...
Andy's apparently been playing Final Fantasy X. I'm surprised he didn't do a... What were you going to say?
No, like, if you see Kingdom Hearts 3, there's Final Fantasy splashed around there, too.
Yeah.
There's a display for Dissidia.
I'm shocked that, at least in this in this movie, they didn't do any references to video games. I know the second one they did in a way that we're not going to talk about here, but it was so fucking funny, and I loved it. But I'm shocked that in this one, they actually didn't do a reference. Like, you have a kid's birthday party, and, like, I'm thinking one of those gifts is going to be, like, a Nintendo or something, and they couldn't, they just didn't. And I was like, oh, interesting. All right.
Yeah, I think it was...
No, I mean they just wanted to focus on toys.
Right,
they didn't want to get there.
Themselves. They didn't.
They didn't want to get
weren't
weird
there yet. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because I mean, the closest they get, they go to Pizza Planet, and there are arcade games everywhere, but you don't actually. Yeah, they don't actually delve into like that quite yet.
Ooh, the Claw.
Who's in charge?
He has been chosen.
The Claw. This is ludicrous.
He has been chosen. He has been chosen.
Stop it, you zealots! There are so many times where I just look at Woody and his, like, that was it. When Buzz looks at the spaceship before he jumps into the claw machine, and Woody just turns around like, we're going to jump in the basket, we're going to go home with Andy, everything's going to be fine, and he turns around and Buzz is already fucking up the plan, and he's just like, this cannot be happening to me. Like, there are just so many times I looked at that, I'm like, I feel you, Woody. I really do.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they had to do stuff like that to kind of counteract what he tried to do to Buzz, because, like, I know he didn't mean to, like, push him out the window, but he was going to be banished in that corner. So, like, it's kind of a weird trade-off. So they had to, like, make him extremely remorseful, towards the end, and, like, really kind of push that home. Like, hey, no, I'm with Buzz on this. Like, and also you had to push him out the window with Buzz. Sort of. Like, you had to, well, not push him out the window, but you had to have him in that environment with Buzz. So, like, he got picked by Andy to go in the car, but they had to tussle. Stuff like that had to happen, because if not, Woody looks like a complete and utter asshole.
Right.
I mean, Buzz, honestly,
in the original
believed
storyboard,
it was worse.
Yeah, no, it was worse. Woody was a complete and total asshole. Like, he was not likable at all.
Yeah, and it's just, and it's one of those things where, look, I'm not saying that it's funny, I'm not saying that Woody couldn't be that way, but you then have to have some type of comeuppance, and you're not going to have him being torn apart by Sid's fucking creation in a Pixar movie. No, like, there's no comeuppance for him. Like, it had to have been the big villain Sid, really, where Woody was wrong, and he was wrong for doing it, but there had to be some type of remorse there, not just for him, from him, but also some type of forgiveness surrounding him. Like, you had to have a lot going on there to not have him look like he's just this conniving, because you look at Buzz. Buzz, honest to God, believed that he was an alien man from space. He's not trying to be cool. He's not trying to get Bo Peep. He's like, no, I am alien. Like, I am from space. What do you mean? I'm part of Star... No, because they had that animated show that was acting as if he was actually part of Starfleet, Star Command. Sorry.
Right, yeah.
Whoops,
Star Command.
Wrong show. Star Command. No, it was Star Command. And so that was the whole show's premise, which was like, no, what if Buzz was actually in space, legit? He's trying to fight a real, quote unquote, animated Zurg. It was 2D. It was interesting. Yeah. I've seen like bits of it here and there. Have you ever seen it?
Oh yeah, dude. I totally watched that growing up.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen much of it. Like, for me, it was always one of those shows where it would randomly be on kind of early on ABC Family before I went to school.
Right.
And some days I'd be like, you know what, I'll watch it. And other ones I was like, I don't know. Like when it came to me and ABC Family, I was mostly into both anime and anime, Power Rangers, and there was something else on ABC Family early morning. I can't remember it, but no, I didn't really watch the Buzz Lightyear. I think it was like Buzz Lightyear Star Command. I think that was the name of the show.
Yes.
I think? Yes. Okay. So I didn't watch it, really. But I still, it still kind of, encapsulates like what Buzz believes is going on in his mind, like what he was, who he is, cause, what his whole mission's about. So yeah, he just truly believes this. He's not like looking at Bo Peep. He's like, hey, Bo Peep, I know you and Woody seem to be a thing, but I don't know. Like, no, he's not doing any of that. He's not a dick.
Right.
Like he just so happens to be the new toy. The hot new toy, which of course, kids are going to immediately the hot new toy comes out, at least for the year. I mean, thankfully some things did stay around. Like, it's kind of funny. Like, while Beanie Babies kind of faded out as a fad, it is kind of interesting how so many parents, when we were kids, were like, oh, you guys are going to grow out of that Pokemon. And it's like, no, you don't understand, Father. No, Mother, you don't understand. And so, no, but like there are certain franchises that somehow.
I have an actual job, in real estate, getting a promotion this week.
Oh my God, Jesus. You know what I loved? I loved how Toy Story went from Toy Story to Saving Private Ryan in 5 seconds. No man left behind. It just picks him up and
the monkeys aren't working. We're formulating another plan. Stay calm.
Not that. I was referring to much earlier, when Andy's mom stepped on one of the toys.
Oh, right.
One of the sergeants. Yeah, one of his troops.
Oh,
and like
God.
literally it's like, leave me. It's like, no, sir, no man left behind. And then just fucking takes him and, man.
I still cringe every time like he gets stepped on because I'm just like,
mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Well, because I just imagine it hurting my own foot when I used to do that. I never broke that. I never broke the Army Men when I did that, but it just hurt like a motherfucker.
Right. Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah. There was something I was going to say. Oh, right. So again, I didn't notice this as a kid. I didn't get it. When I forgot who was talking. I think it might have been Slinky. Yes, Slinky was talking, and he was saying something, and Potato Head was so pissed at what he was saying, he took out his own mouth and put it near his ass. Like he's talking out of his ass. And then the Speak and Spell next to him is laughing.
Right.
I fucking lost my shit seeing this now, where he's like taking the mouth out, puts it near his ass, and you see the Speak and Spell. You don't hear it, but you see ha, 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 ha,
right.
ha.
Well, because it's when Woody's saying, the birthday party's been moved up, it's like, no one's being replaced, and, everything's going to be fine. And Slinky's like, yeah, Woody's never, stood us wrong ever. He's always right. He's always looking out for us. It'll be fine. And then, my interpretation was, it's like, look at this kiss ass.
Oh, okay. I thought it was he's talking out of his ass. Both are still things that you can't be talking about near the preschool toys.
Right, yes. That's my other... I need to use that more often. I don't know why I don't.
You can't use that more often because it just sounds odd, devoid of context. Like, you have to understand. True. I'm watching Jessica Jones, right? I'm not going to spoil season 3 for anybody, but I'm 10 episodes into a 13-episode season. We all know the show's been canceled, so I'm like, how's this going to wrap up? So for some reason, I'm marathoning this, and there's some sick, depraved shit that goes on there. And I get a text from Tristan that just says, I can't say this around the elementary school toys. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on over there? Like, what in the fucking shit is going on?
I think the word you're searching for is Space Ranger. The word I'm searching for, I can't say, because there are preschool toys present.
Yeah, sorry, preschool toys. And so you said 2 other lines, and I'm like, you are quoting the film. Good to know. Like, I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I'm wondering if all your toys have come to life, too. I thought it was just around my house. Like, I was confused. I was like, all right, cool.
It's funny. I feel like my toys would be in a very... So that's the weird thing. I want to say I was the good little boy like Andy, but I was not. I was probably closer to Sid. Not that I didn't, try to take care of my toys and like that I didn't love playing with my toys, but of course a lot of things get broken. You're
well, no,
a kid.
there's a difference. I mean, no, there's a difference between you accidentally get broken. I mean, even though we haven't seen them in this movie, I mean, look at stuff like Wheezy in the second one.
Yeah.
Like, shit happens. Shit happens. But there's a difference between like, oh, shit happens versus Sid happens. Because Sid gets fucking firecrackers in the mail from God knows where. By the way, can we also just mention? No.
Just getting fireworks in the mail.
Can we just pause? Can we just pause this podcast for a goddamn fucking second? So no. Tristan. We are spoiled now. We're in 2019 recording this, so we're like, he must have went on the internet. This is the mid-90s. Where the fuck did Sid get Mexican firecrackers?
Right. Probably in like a magazine clipping or something, and then mailed it in.
What? But like, they didn't do that for kids in the 90s. You couldn't like pick up a Marvel comic and buy firecrackers.
No, that's fair.
Like, unless, by the way, anyone who disagrees with me, like, please comment down below. Like, I only have a few Marvel comics from the 90s, but I could swear, like, it was all those, like, glasses where you could see, like all this, like, weird stuff, like sea monkeys. But, like, I don't know how far back I'm going, Brandon, but, like, sea monkeys, much different than, like, get these illegal fireworks. Because, remember, you can't, like, because the kids, like, you're sending fireworks through the mail.
Right.
It was just so funny.
Yeah, that is crazy. I never actually thought of it that way, but you're right.
Well, to be fair,
how the fuck did he order this stuff?
Well, the new one that came in, technically it wasn't a firework. Maybe it was just meant to, like, shoot up. Like, it was, like, something harmless, but to a toy, it would fucking annihilate it. The first one was that. The first one you bought it at a store. Oh, okay, right. Fair. No, because the first one, I'm assuming they bought that at a store. What I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to say is this, right? For all the toys that were like, let's gang up on Sid, no, you should talk to his parents. Just saying. Just saying. Right. Now as an adult, I'm like, you should talk to his parents. There's something wrong there. Extremely wrong there.
Oh, no. It's a combat Carl.
What?
What's going on? Nothing. Just nothing that concerns you Space Rangers. Just us toys.
Oh, can I tell you something that I found really funny? So you can't.
I'm gonna go down there and teach that kid a lesson.
You can't see this on the box, at least as far as I remember. But when Buzz is talking about like where he's from, and Woody's reading the box, and it's talking about the invasion from the evil Emperor Zurg, and there's an asterisk next to Zurg. Right. It doesn't. I can't.
Zurg
I'm sure
separately.
Maybe. I bet you it was. No, I'm not even kidding. I bet you it fucking was. Like, by the way, Zurg
something
is sold
like
separately. Yeah, no, because fucking boxes all the time. Like, the amount of Power Rangers toys that I got as a kid that were like, by the way, I know that, like, 18 people are on this box, but we're giving you one. The other 17 are sold separately. It's like, oh, damn it. Mom, can I get the other 17 sold separately? Basically. So, how funny, that would have been a great twist. Andy buys Zurg.
Oh, God, yeah.
That would have been wonderful. But no,
that would have been awkward.
That would have been awkward as fuck. No, but it was just a nice movie. I think it, wrapped up really well. You had to not just build up. It was interesting kind of how they built up the quote unquote villains, where it's like, yes, Sid is technically the big villain, but an even bigger villain is the fact that they're moving. So it's kind of like, even if you get back to the house, you're fucked. You've got to get on it. So it was a really nice way to kind of build up to this huge climax where it's like, even if you get away from Sid, even if you somehow get away from the dog, you still need to get on this moving truck. You guys are leaving. I don't know where they moved, but like, it would have been far. It wouldn't have been down the street. They would have been screwed. So it was a very good kind of, force to put in their way. Like, it's not just like, oh, we defeated the kid. All right, everything's normal again. Like, no, there had to be some bigger thing. Because while I think the movie arguably maybe could have ended with Sid, still, it would have kind of, I don't know, I don't think it would have fizzled out necessarily, but again, like the big scene at the end where, Buzz learns to quote-unquote fly and then gets in the moving van. It was a nice, touching scene, and it was a really big, finish, big movie finish, if you will.
Right.
you know. But anyway,
you're flying.
Yeah.
No, this isn't flying. It's falling with style.
Oh
No, Buzz, you don't understand. You're literally flying now. No, come on, Woody. It's fine. No, seriously.
So, Tristan, here's what I want to ask you.
Yeah.
When is the first time you saw this movie? Was it in theaters with your parents? Was it on VHS? What was?
Let's see. This came out in 93 or 91.
I thought it was 95.
No,
I'll check it right now. I have it open.
Okay.
Let's see. Came out 95. So we were 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah. I don't know if I saw this in theaters.
Okay.
Maybe, but I only remember really watching it on VHS at home.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to go with at home on VHS because I could swear I might still have it, although I probably don't. But no, I'm going to go with on VHS because it just makes a lot of sense where, you know, I've watched it over and over and over, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm going to go with that. But yeah, so you remember watching it at home. Were your parents sick of it eventually?
The point where I was watching it over and over and over again, like I was watching it myself. Like it was one of those movies I'd basically like put on in the background and just have on constantly.
Right.
It would be funny. I think there were times where my parents didn't they never said anything to me, but like I would quote the movie as it was going along, and they I could at some points just feel like they were looking at me like please stop, son, please. We've heard this dialogue so many times now.
Wait, so what do you mean? You said you were quoting it. So like the movie was happening and then you were like going along with the movie, or the movie was off and you were just looking at your parents and saying quotes? Okay, both. I get it. I hear you. Yeah, I think I'm going to say probably this is a movie that because I'm wondering, because like I had to have seen this on VHS. I just looked. I don't have it anymore, so I'm assuming I did at one point. Maybe it might have been a rental, something like that. I know that I've seen it on TV countless times, of course, and also when we owned the DVD, which I'm pretty sure we do, but that's probably at my dad's house. When we had the DVD, my God, like for years, it was just me watching it with my little brothers. Oh God, howdy. Anyway, it was me watching it with my little. That screen is on. That scene is on screen right now as we're talking about it. So, anyway, but seriously, so yeah, it's definitely something that I saw countless times on DVD. I mean, of course, playing the games also makes you think about it as well. So that's why this thing feels like it's such, so tethered to my childhood that I was just like, yeah, no, we'll do it eventually. Like it didn't feel urgent. Star Wars, interestingly enough, though, we did that very, very soon. I think it was because that's one of your biggest loves, Star Wars. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, let me do that with Tristan because, you know more about Star Wars than me. It's one of the first few things that we did, I would argue, you and I.
Yeah.
But it's funny, too, because I think about Star Wars as something that I also consistently watched on VHS as well. So I think both. I was flipping between both. It's a movie that, like I said before, it just works, So, like that first draft really would not have worked with Woody being a POS. Wait, why am I not swearing? A piece of shit. He would have been. It just wouldn't have worked. There are no elementary school, there are no preschool toys around. But seriously though, if he had been that way, the movie would not have sold well. It may have worked with people who were older at the time. Like I think it might have become a cult classic over time. Yeah. But I don't think it would have gotten that many sequels. I mean, maybe if it did that well at the box office, the second movie would have had Woody extremely toned down, and then no one would have liked it, and then it would have been one of those straight-to-videos or something, and, like, no one would care.
Oh,
right?
God.
Maybe.
Worst timeline. I do not. I want none of that.
The two worst timelines. Either it doesn't get a sequel because he's too much of a piece of shit, or it does get a sequel and it sucks. So even though he could have been darker and maybe the humor would have even been better in some ways, I just feel like I'm happy with
mean,
what we
it's
got.
Funny. Oh yeah, I'm totally happy with what we got too. But I definitely feel like, as opposed to other Pixar movies and even Disney movies too, like they have their moments. Like they're still like the ha-has for the adults in all of those movies.
Of course.
But like I don't know, there was something about the humor with Toy Story that really.
Well, it wasn't talking down to kids, and I think that's something that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that no kids movie had ever done that before this one, but it's definitely something that we needed as kids, and I think kids media always needs, right? You need to have media that can talk to kids and not down to kids, because there is a difference. So, a difference is if they had, let's say, told the actors, make sure to remember that you're speaking to children. It's like, no, Tom Hanks was acting as if he was Woody in a certain scene. Tim Allen was acting as if he was Buzz during a certain scene. What would Buzz do in this situation? Well, how would he feel? What would Woody do? How would Woody feel? I think Woody would feel more like this, says Tom Hanks, and then the director says, oh, you know what, that's actually a good idea, or reverse. Director says, hey, Tom, maybe do it more like this. Like, that's what it was. It wasn't, all right, remember to speak slow so that the kids can understand. Right? Because we're making a kids movie here. I mean, I'm sure they may have told that to Tim Allen once. Like, Tim, don't swear. We're making a kids movie here, Tim. I'm sure something happened somewhere where it was like, nope, that was a bad joke. I'm sure there's some really terrible outtakes that never made it out of the of the recording booth. But still, it's one of those things where you craft a story that kids and adults can enjoy. And I think we've talked about this before, Tristan, but if you craft a story that you as a creator think is only for kids, and it's something that the adults will not really get or understand or kind of drone off or whatever, then guess what? I would even argue in the 90s, there's so many other alternatives for kids and adults to do together that you just have a situation where a parent would look at a kid and be like, or maybe we stay home and play video games.
Right.
We don't have to go see Toy Story. And then maybe it comes out on VHS. Maybe it's cheap enough. Maybe they rent it at Blockbuster. They rent it. It's okay.
Oh, wow,
let's pretend it's not good, right? Let's pretend it's not good. So it's okay, and then it gets returned, and then they don't buy it for the kid. Overall, you have to think about it from the perspective of who's buying the movie. The kid, unless it's I know back, depending on where you are in the U.S. now, there's still, kids getting odd jobs during the summer, but I feel like that was a bigger thing when we were kids, if we were a bit older at the time. Odd jobs, as in mowing the lawn. I know it still happens for some people around the U.S., but depending on where you are, I live in Queens, so nobody's delivering the paper, nobody's mowing any lawns. Hopefully kids, you get allowance or something like that. But you know what I'm saying? I'm in Queens, so it's a bit different than other rural parts of the U.S. But still, point being is that unless it's an older, close to teen, a tween or a teen who can get an allowance, who can, get odd jobs to buy a movie or a game or something, you're really pushing it towards the parent who needs to buy it for the kid. So you can't make something that is so devoid of humor for anyone other than what you think is good for children, which of course also varies depending on who's writing, how old they are. Some people try to say, oh, kids are simple, yada yada, but obviously humor changes within the decade. You know what I mean? Things do shift.
Right.
Humor can shift in certain ways. So you still have to try to work something that can appeal to, I don't want to say every single audience, because of course there will always be niches, but to an audience of both young and old, so that you're not sitting there with a parent who's like, yeah, I'm not gonna fucking do this.
Yeah.
No.
Because it's funny on the surface. It's because they're toys, so it's it's okay that Buzz got his arm pulled off, or that the doll had its head plied off.
That was the most horrifying part of the movie. That is the stuff that makes you remember, this aired in a theater. This was originally released in theaters. This is a movie. Because at the time, especially for kids stuff, and I would argue even now to a certain extent, you just can't do certain shit on TV.
Well, yeah. But
this movie,
it's so surface level, and in the sense that it's they're toys. It's okay. See, they just pop it back on. It's fine.
Oh my fucking God! Sorry, there was a visual gag that I missed. I think I was looking away when I was watching it before. When they thought that Woody killed Buzz, and Woody's lying there, and Andy's looking for his toy. Fucking Mr. Potato Head puts a fucking noose on the Etch-a-Sketch. Holy shit!
Well, Etch-a-Sketch. Yeah, I was actually gonna bring that
shit.
up. But like, that's probably the darkest joke.
Yes.
Because I forget when that finally like clicked for me, but like the time, because there were so many times where I put this movie on like throughout my life, and just each time I watched it, I found another joke that I was like, oh God, right, like the significance of it actually hit me, and then I saw that one time, and I was like, holy shit.
As it's clicking for Tristan, you just hear a horrified, "You got a friend in me," but do.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's
or even the fact, like, but like that's the thing, like a lot of it's surface level, but then for like if you start to think about it, like from the toys, like it's their world, it's how they live, and like think about RC, like RC's a remote controlled car, but the thing is, like Woody literally picked up his remote control and drove him into trying to knock Buzz out the window. How do you think RC feels about that? He's like, oh my God, I've just been awoken from my slumber. I can't control my body. Buzz, please look out.
I love that the Magic 8 Ball was like, not a chance, dickweed.
Don't count on it.
Something that I wanted to say. Something that I wanted to say about the toys in general, and I know we're never going to get this deep. It's just something that I find interesting to just randomly think about out of nowhere. I wonder why there isn't like some toy king or some toy committee. How do they know that they have to hide? Why do they have to hide?
That's true. I guess
no. As a kid,
you're not supposed to. Rules.
Yeah, no, you're not actually supposed to think about it. It's just something that's kind of funny. Because, like, as a kid, of course, why would you think about it? Like, yeah, they're toys. Your toys are supposed to hide. Like, the kid's supposed to play with you, et cetera, et cetera. But, like, it's just funny to think about that, like, nobody told them.
Right. Well, because, like, for them, it's that idea that being a toy, like, the best thing you can do in life is making a child happy and being, to get played with.
No, I know. It's just, but you can also talk to them while being played with. Like that makes it even cooler.
Yeah, that's true.
Holy shit!
I mean, it's funny. I feel
if my
like
toys could talk to me, it would have been like 100 times better.
If my toys could talk to me, it would probably be like when the army men jumped out of the bucket and like swarmed Woody. Drag him! Yeah. It's funny. That's the thing. Like, I could look at my toys and be like, oh, I loved playing with you guys. You were the best. Meanwhile, they're all, like, put back together with, like, screws and duct tape. They're just,
they'd
like,
be happy that
on
you
the
tried.
one hand, it's like, yeah, on the one hand, yes, we had good times, and we were there for you. I'm glad. But on the other hand, my God, man. Could you have
man,
fucking
they're
broken?
fine with it. They don't feel it.
I hope not.
Woody felt the sun, but Buzz didn't feel his arm getting popped off.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was the other one. Where are your rebel friends now?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, no,
I'm
at
proud
first
of you,
I was
Woody.
confused.
Anyone else would have talked under such torture.
No, because I was confused. At first I thought it was like some weird, like war torture reference. But then when I heard Rebel Friends, I was like, oh, wait, is that a Star Wars thing?
I'm not sure. I feel like it might be.
No, because it sounds like a horrific war reference, or
right,
like to a specific movie. Because the we have ways of making you talk, which is not. That's a horrific war reference in the movie. That wasn't like a Star Wars thing. But when he said rebel, for some reason, it immediately made me think of rebel scum. You rebel scum.
Yeah, right.
Either way, though, yeah. So it's just I'm just wondering.
I hope this isn't permanent. Which is funny.
God.
I'm pretty sure that's there for the rest of the movie.
And it only takes someone in the second movie to help him out. Just kidding. We're not going to get to that yet.
Oh my God.
Oh God. I'm thinking of what was I going to say? Yeah, it's just the space, the Pizza Planet. It's just fun to see all those different arcades and stuff like that. Because I mean, there are still some places in New York or throughout the U.S. that have arcades, but obviously a lot less prevalent than in the 90s.
Right. You are clear to enter. Welcome to Pizza Planet. Like, you have no idea how much I wished, like, I could have, like, we had Chuck E. Cheese's, I guess, but, like, I would have fucking killed to go to a Pizza Planet. Like, that place looked fucking amazing.
You had stuff like a Pizza Planet. The only difference is that it wasn't
I had
called
Laser Kingdom. That was about the closest.
Okay. Because I'm saying that
which I love.
I know you're in Long Island, but there had to have been other smaller chains other than Chuck E. Cheese, like Laser Kingdom. Your parents just took you to Laser Kingdom or Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's funny. I don't think I ever went to Chuck E. Cheese. I know I had friends who did, but I don't
That's
think.
fine.
Sports Plus. I'm a fucking moron.
You what?
Sports Plus. I'm an idiot.
What is Sports Plus?
Did you oh my God, did you never go to Sports Plus?
No.
It used to be over by the Smith Haven Mall, which is gone now, but...
No.
Oh, okay.
I lived there for 3 years.
Still, like, I feel like your brothers would have gone to, like, a birthday party, something? Like, I didn't actually go there that much either, but, like... No, we went to Chuck E. Cheese. People had birthday parties. Oh, I see.
Yeah. Which didn't have any arcades, if I remember correctly, which is like,
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. I could have sworn they did.
No, I mean, I'm not saying they had nothing. I'm just saying that, like, they didn't have, like, how do I explain it? When I think of an arcade, I think of the stuff, like, they had there, which wasn't just the standard, like, normal stuff. Like, They also had, they didn't show them much, but they also had, like, actual cabinets where you could play games on. Like, when I think of an arcade, I think of, like, you could play Street Fighter here. Not just, you could do, like, Whack-A-Mole and stuff like that. Like, Chuck E. Cheese, I think, if I remember correctly, from when I've gone, was more Whack-A-Mole rather than, let's play, like, a ball pit or an extended, like, playground ball pit thing versus, hey, let's put in a quarter so we can play Strider or we can play Ninja Turtles or The Simpsons or something like that.
Or the one that you always comment is still around in every movie theater, Terminator.
Fucking Terminator, no. Terminator Salvation.
Yep.
Which went around, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, in, 2010? And for some reason, their deal, has the movie theaters by the fucking, by the dots. I was trying to think of a different candy. What candy, what's the candy that you like when you go there? When we go to, the theater? Yeah, by the Bunch of Crunch.
Oh,
they got them by the Bunch of Crunch. I don't know why. I'm just saying, man, for some reason, Terminator Salvation fucking, they're in every theater we go to. It's not just because we've gone to a few different ones, and for some reason, they're just all there. Yep. And I don't know when they came out, but I'm pretty sure Salvation was 2009.
Right.
So I don't know what kind of fucking deal they have. Maybe the upkeep isn't that bad.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, the game was released April 2010.
Right. Wow.
And for some reason, it still is in these fucking theaters. Remember, guys, everyone listening in, 9 years later.
I still miss the Jurassic Park and the Star Wars arcade machine I used to play at Laser Kingdom. Those are sweet.
I'm pretty sure they have some stuff like that, but not exactly like that, but like that at Dave & Buster's now.
Yeah, maybe. I'd have to look.
Well, no, they had an immersive one where I was sitting in a bubble. I don't know if it was Star Wars specifically, but I was sitting in a bubble and I was piloting a mech and a spaceship. It was dope. It was a few years ago, though. Right. Oh, one of them had a Luigi's Mansion one.
Oh, shit.
I think it was Dave & Buster's had one for a bit. I don't know if they removed it.
Yeah, Dave & Buster's is kind of the, I guess, now.
It's like the mainstream
equivalent.
Well, it's a mainstream arcade. Because there are some barcades if you want to go. The reason why I mentioned some of those games out of nowhere is because I went to a barcade in New York. I don't want to give away my location. In New York, I went to a barcade, and it was me, Satish, and a few other people who've been on the channel. Those guys play, although some on those guys on the radio. And, we just played Strider. I played Punch-Out. I played Ghouls and Ghosts, or Ghouls and Goblins,
right.
whichever one. I played, I think, yes, Satish was going nuts on NBA Jam. He was like, I'm loving this. And I was like, cool. Yeah, it was an NBA Jam arcade machine from the 90s. He was just playing on that. No, yeah, it was a really fun place. So, and it was dope, too. You could buy food, come in with food, because they only serve drinks. So, like, you can't come in there with drinks, but, like, there's, like, a pizzeria nearby. So it's like, go get food at the pizzeria. You can come in, eat the pizza, have some drinks, and then go play on some arcade machines. So, what this means is that, Tristan, we got to go to a barcade next time you're in town.
We do.
Yeah, no, it's not crazy far away from my house. So we got to go. Anyway, but moving back to, we've just focused on arcades for 20 minutes. Moving back to the movie itself. Sid has a sticker that says, I love explosives. I'm not going to call him a problem child, but his therapist would. And I think that really, it was interesting to see what the definition of a bad kid was. Did that stray you away from the path of Sid, do you think? Because you still like Sid's music, but, like, you didn't dress like Sid. I remember you as a kid.
Yeah.
You didn't dress like Sid, or you didn't, like, have some of those posters. But you were, like, it's funny, because I look at some of the posters, and I'm like, well, Tristan and I embodied those ideals of, like, listening to rock music. But, like, we weren't, like, I mean, I was wearing skulls, to be fair, as a teenager. But, yeah, I was the one wearing bedazzled skulls.
I wear them now.
Yeah, but as a kid, it's kind of interesting to watch this movie. You're like, I don't want to be like Sid. Because by the way, did that scene, the one with all of the toys kind of coming out for the first time, did that scare you as much as it scared me? Because I'm pretty sure I couldn't watch the movie at least once or twice because of that scene.
Right. Oh, yeah, you guys coming out of the ground, that was genius.
No, I'm being serious. The coming out from under the bed, the baby doll fucking attached to spider legs.
Yeah. Yeah, baby face. They were. That was pretty creepy. Yeah.
No, as a kid, for me, it was between that or a certain scene in The Sixth Sense, which we've talked about before during 12 Nights of Shyamalan. It's funny, we have Halloween in July coming up, but we're not doing 12 Nights of Shyamalan because we did pretty much all of his movies, but all the ones that are horror anyway. So, yeah, no, but when we talked about Sixth Sense, I told you there was a certain scene on the VHS tape that for years I didn't go back and watch the movie because when I was a kid, I was like, oh no, it's horrifying, and I just never went back to it. But, yeah, we talked about this.
No, it didn't get me that hard. Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, I didn't go – it's not like I stopped in Toy Story for years. Again, it's between this one and that one. That one was worse. This one was like, ooh, I don't know if I wanted to watch this. Because, like, if I saw this when I was 4 or 5, it's creepy to see that fucking doll just come out on the fucking – on spider legs and then just turn. Like, I'm pretty sure I may have stopped the tape for a bit and just walked away. Like, I was a kid, but I still noped out of the vicinity.
Right, yeah.
I mean, that's some creepy shit.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But yeah.
Would you guys shut up? You just don't get it. Once we go in Sid's house, we won't be coming out.
I would like to note.
Right.
What?
When he puts the alien on Scud's snout. And, yeah, that was another one that kind of got me. It was just like, oh.
Oh, no, yeah. I was hoping we'd see him later. Like, I'm fine.
You do. He comes out, but, like, I don't think he talks.
Okay.
Which is kind of the terrifying part.
Yeah.
And his face is kind of, like, weird.
Messed up. Yeah. I can't believe I missed a reference, by the way. There was like that poster in Andy's room with Buzz on it. It was a fucking Uncle Sam replication. I want you, or Space Academy. So it didn't hit me. I was like, oh shit, right? Yeah, that's the I want you poster. That's why it seems so familiar.
Alliance wants you.
Yes.
Star Command wants you.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. But yeah, so, and another thing, too, I can't believe we forgot about this, just talking about different themes and whatnot. the fact that we see these toys that, of course, look completely horrifying. I mean, it's just they're Orwellian nightmares, but they're really just trying to do good things. I mean, they're just trying to fix toys and keep them kind of away from Scud and from Sid. So there's you have Woody and you have Buzz trying to leave the room, and these toys are trying to stop them, not because they're cannibals. Another thing that I didn't know what that was as a kid. Not that they're cannibals.
I'm sorry. I thought you thought you guys were going to eat my friend. Hey, wait, where are you going?
Yeah, no, I love it. It's just like, I love, by the way, Woody. What I love so much, because again, as a kid, even as a kid, I understood this because I had toys. The idea that it's like, yeah, that's not a laser, Woody. That's not a laser, Buzz. But let's use your kung fu action grip. And he's like,
I've set my laser from stun to kill. Oh, great. If anyone attacks us, we can blink them to death.
That's is that a Star Trek reference? Technically,
it might be. I'm not sure. That would be one for Anthony Toto.
What time is it? Does he have work in the morning? Let's three-way call his ass.
I'm pretty sure. Yes.
What time is it? Oh, damn it, he's asleep.
It's almost 1. Yeah.
He's asleep. Damn it.
Probably.
Ah, shit. Do you ever? I feel like this would be something that would invigorate him, though. He's just like, "What the ass? What are you?" We're like, Anthony, it's about Star Trek and Toy Story. I'm listening.
Oh, all right. Yeah, no, I'm listening. Pretty much.
Oh my God. But yeah. So when it comes to these toys, it's really nice to see that they're not.
One last thing about that is that
sure.
I love the fact that Buzz basically goes, "Hey, how are you doing that?"
Oh yeah, no, because Buzz doesn't know he's a toy, so he's like, "Why am I having these muscle spasms?"
Yeah, basically.
But no, it's just really nice to see that these toys are just trying to do good things. Like it's the whole don't judge a book by its cover that it really helps you, especially again as a kid, like learning stuff like that. Like, hey, like look, these toys, I get it, they look terrifying, but they're actually helping. That's sweet.
Right.
Oh my God, I didn't even notice. Oh my God, wow, that's so funny. On the TV before Buzz notices that he's a fucking toy and shit. Everything that everyone's been telling him for the whole fucking movie. The TV was from the 50s, so the dial on the TV was broken. And since the dial was broken, they actually had a wrench on it so that they could turn it to change the channel.
Wow.
It just hit me. Like, I didn't know about that shit as a kid, but now I'm like, right, wow, that's funny. Because as a kid, by that point, I'm thinking, like, our TV wasn't the best, but it wasn't that old. So it was a weird mix. Where, like, we didn't have the newest TV, if I remember correctly. But, yeah. Oh, also, by the way, we know that Buzz was made in Taiwan. So he's still very well traveled.
Right.
But seriously. So.
Right, when he has that underneath his fucking, sticker for the wrist communicator.
Yeah, it's just embedded in there, made in Taiwan. Usually, it's funny. Usually, I wonder if they were like, they talked to some executive or something. Can we put it on his ass? No. All right. I mean, that's where we would be. Made in Taiwan, right on his ass.
Like when he pulls the dart too. I don't know how the hell. That's what I want to know. How the hell did Sid? Yeah, the suction dart. Like, I'm assuming it was from like a toy dart gun, but like, how did Sid nail that shot? Like, seriously.
He, again, that's really more of a question for his therapist. And
that too.
Pretty much, I'm just saying. But yeah, so, what was I going to say? I've completely forgotten. And also seeing the sister trying to cope with her shitty brother by still having tea time with the broken toy heads. And they're all like, hi, how you doing? And it's like, oh, dear God.
I think you've had enough tea for today. Let's get you out of here, Buzz.
Oh, my God. And he's drunk as fuck. Well, it's funny. At first, he was it's kind of mixed. It's like, are you drunk or are you having an existential crisis, or is it both?
Yes.
Yes,
I
exactly.
guess technically it's both.
Yeah. Oh my God. But yeah.
One minute you're defending the whole galaxy, then you realize you're sucking down Darjeeling with. Took me so long to realize that was a T.
Oh, okay. I still didn't know.
Yeah, it's a type of tea.
Right. Happy to hear it. I'm
no, but
very
that's
happy
the
to
thing.
hear it.
It's like it's those little tiny things that as a kid I had no idea. But like even some of the lines, like just I don't know, just getting more accustomed to human speech and hearing people talk. There were some lines in the movie that I didn't understand, like how they said them. Their voices were like a little lowered or something. And then now, like, I hear the line and it finally, like, the actual word clicks through and I'm like, oh! I mean, this was, like, when I was in middle school and high school, but, like...
Well, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I get you. Like, you're really, really young at the time. So, like, like I said, this is a movie where they weren't trying to speak only to children. Like, they were acting. They were actors.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to say that no other animated movie before this had actors acting. But I think this was definitely one where Tom Hanks, it's not like, oh, yeah, Tom Hanks, his career, like, it's, he's in an animated thing now. Like, no, it's not meant to be that way. It's like, Tom Hanks, oh, wow, like, this must be a big thing. Right? Because, again, I would argue there was a time where if someone was a voice actor or worked in voiceover, it's like, yeah,
Oh, yeah. They weren't good enough to be, in an actual
No, like
movie
they're falling on,
production.
or reverse, they're falling on hard times,
Oh, yeah,
voiceover stuff.
That shit.
Yeah. Now or it's funny, if you were in a commercial, depending on what kind of commercial, depending on what part of the world you're in, you could make bank. Like, you can have Arnold Schwarzenegger go in Japan and make, like, this commercial where he's just like, drinky drink, you can go buy this, and, like, gets fucking millions of dollars to buy Japanese drink. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Right.
Like, seriously, there's some very interesting Japanese commercials with Schwarzenegger and other actors where they made bank to make these really weird commercials for, like, a drink or for, like, a suit or a perfume or something. So anyway, when it comes to animated films, though, yeah, like, you're right. It was either the, oh, you're not good enough. I mean, fuck, for Space Jam, despite the fact that, oh, my God, how is his name escaping me despite the fact that I love him? He voiced over Bugs Bunny in Space Jam. He's also the voice of Fry in Futurama.
Oh, God, yeah.
I'm about to find this. I love his voice.
No.
Billy West. So,
there
Billy
we go,
West.
yes.
Billy West voiced over, if I remember correctly, a decent chunk of the characters in Space Jam. And he voiced them in other ways as well. But, I mean, in Space Jam, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, he voiced, let's see. Oh, no, okay, actually, in Space Jam, he only voiced Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd. But he fucking voiced Bugs Bunny. So you'd think, for being Bugs Bunny, who went one-on-one with Michael Jordan, Billy West would be on the fucking red carpet. His fucking manager, Billy West's manager, had to negotiate, strong-arm them into letting him be on the red carpet premiere with everyone else who worked on the movie, like special effects, custodial staff. He couldn't fucking walk the red carpet with Michael Jordan and the other live-action actors that were in the movie. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
The dude fucking starred in the movie. But, and it's funny because Space Jam was a few years after this, but still, when I look at this movie, I would think that, Tom Hanks being in it is a big deal, not like ooh, God, what's going on with Tom? Is he okay? Like, what's going on with Tim Allen? Is he all right? Because I'm pretty sure Tom Hanks was a big deal at the time. I don't think this is the movie that... I don't believe this was the movie that did it. Let me see. I'm pretty sure Tom Hanks was a big deal before Toy Story. I'm not crazy here. No. Because the reason why I say this is because certain movies that I know him from were post-Toy Story.
Oh, right.
Like, big ones that I know him from, like Castaway was post-Toy Story.
Right.
I could swear. Maybe I'm crazy. But I could swear it was post-Toy Story. Let me check. Toy Story, 95. Oh, right. Oh, that's funny. Forrest Gump was 94. Wow. So, yeah, he fucking goes from Forrest Gump to this. It definitely shows you, like, hey, this isn't, making me less of a big deal. This is the fact that Toy Story is a big deal. And then, wow, Saving Private Ryan came out a year before Toy Story 2. That's, dear God. Oh, and Castaway was 2000. Green Mile was 99. Dear God. Tom Hanks, Jesus Christ. No, just saying. And then, oh God, what's it called? The Uncanny Express, the Uncanny Valley Express, the Polar Express, came out in 2004.
Right.
Huh. All right. But anyway, like I was saying, and then of course Tom Hanks is in Toy Story 4 as well. But funnily enough, Tom Hanks was not in Kingdom Hearts 3. You and I talked about this. This is a side note, just a funny little thing.
Yeah.
Apparently, his brother, I believe his younger brother, does his voice in Kingdom Hearts, not only 3, but also in any other either game or animated media that, I don't know, for some reason maybe they couldn't afford him, maybe it was like a small special, maybe like 15 minutes. They're like, why are we going to get Tom for this, right? So, yeah, there were times that I probably watched like a Halloween special or something and thought, oh, damn, that's Tom Hanks, and it fucking wasn't.
Right.
It was his brother. And then I think the guy they got for Kingdom Hearts 3 to voice over Buzz was the same one who's voiced him over in the cartoon and other places to kind of, I think even in like Toy Story 2, the game, I don't think that was Tim Allen.
No, I don't think so.
But it sounded like Buzz, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's funny. It's like it sounds really close. Like even in the game, like there's certain things where I'm like, I don't think that's, like I've heard some, because I've seen some clips from Kingdom Hearts 3 from that world. So some clips I'm like, yeah, that doesn't sound like Tom Hanks, but fuck, is it close? And then other parts I'm like, no, that's Tom Hanks, right? That has to be.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Is it not Tom
Hanks? I love
Hanks?
those situations. Like, I love how people can do, like, voice mimics so well that it's like, oh, fuck.
Of their own family. That's what's funny, of their own family.
Right.
because, like, my brothers and I would argue we don't sound that close. Like, we're sort of, but not that close where we could imitate each other. So it's really fun that he could imitate his brother so well that they're like, if we can't get this Hanks, we'll get the younger Hanks. We'll keep it within the Hanks. Like I love that that's an option.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my God. Also, I didn't know this. There was a David S. Pumpkins animated Halloween special. Remember David S. Pumpkins?
Oh God, yes.
Yes, he played the character on SNL, but then they gave him an animated Halloween special in 2017.
Oh God.
Oh, that's funny. That's interesting. So apparently he was Woody in a Christmas special called Toy Story That Time Forgot.
Oh,
we have to watch some of these, apparently.
Yeah.
Because I think Tristan will be like, what in the fuck?
I've seen on and off like little specials, or at least I've heard about them here and there, but I've only seen like maybe one out of the handful that have come out over the last few years.
Yeah,
and I'm always like, oh yeah, that looks cool. And then
I ended up seeing, I know like on TV, I don't remember which Halloween it was, but I was flipping channels and ABC had Toy Story of Terror, and I was like, yeah.
Right.
I just left it there. I was like, yes, this is how I'm spending my time. I'm an adult, yes. Yes. No, me? Adult? Yes. Did you know, Tristan? Me? Adult? Yeah. No, this. Just flipping channels. I was like, this is what I'm watching right now. And yeah. So either way though, just a little side note, just a little fun trivia. But no, yeah, so he definitely, not him personally, but like he's definitely this movie was legitimized, I would argue, by having actors who acted outside of voiceover, and it does suck to say that because it shouldn't be that way. Like Billy West should be able to fucking command a lot of attention by himself, especially because he can voice over half of the fucking Looney Tunes cast by himself in a room.
Right. Definitely.
He did both Ren and Stimpy at one point, right?
Yeah.
He was one of them, and then I forgot what happened, why the other person left or why he was replaced or something. Maybe it moved to a different channel or something like that. And he ended up doing both for a bit.
Right.
Like,
he's amazing.
He's so good. God damn, I love Billy West. The amount of people he is on Futurama, like, it's insane.
Right.
His range. Like, he is Fry. He is Professor Farnsworth. He is Zoidberg.
Right.
How? How can you just sit there and do all three of those voices and still walk among us? Jesus Christ. Anyway, sorry, he's just very fucking talented. Anyway, I saw him once I was walking past, like, there was a small booth that he was at a Comic-Con, and he was standing there, and I was like, no, I feel embarrassed, so I never talked to him.
Right.
So
cool. Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
I feel the same way about
else.
Mark Hamill, too, because there are so many things that I've gone back to that I realized. Like, there was actually a night with a mutual friend of ours. We were watching Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. Do you remember that old grouchy, like, guy with the hunting pig, and he was, like, hunting gators and whatever?
Tristan,
from Scooby-Doo on
I was
Zombie
there
Island.
with you. I was sitting to the right of you. I was on that same couch.
Watching that movie that night?
Watching a clip of it on YouTube.
Oh, that's the thing. We showed you the clip. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay. So we had this discussion. I was like, no, you weren't there the night we watched that movie. Like, I did not remove you from that scenario. Oh my God.
Oh no, Tristan!
No,
thank God! Oh, thank God! Tristan! There's a toy out there. We gotta go save him.
Where?
We gotta go save him.
Buzz looking alien. Where?
Tristan, look out that window. We have to save that toy.
Oh God!
Do it.
You would push me out the window, wouldn't you?
I would never push you out the window. Well, okay, let me explain. No, let me explain.
If it was the
your
first story,
house,
no.
Your house.
If it was the ground floor, yes.
Yeah, your house is a ground floor, so gladly.
So gladly. That would still hurt like fuck.
All right. I'm just saying it's already on the record, so sure, I'd tell that to police too. Fuck it.
I'm just me, like, logistically going through a window. Not through the window itself, but like an open window, but like bending over backwards and like trying to get out through the window.
I'm just laughing. I'm thinking of like
very large,
Yakuza.
Tall man.
I'm just thinking of I'm just thinking of in Yakuza, like thinking of Kiryu jumping through a window. It's like how you think it'll happen versus you just kind of falling through, sliding, kind of like kind of like an NPC character with ragdoll physics.
Yeah.
Just
my
going
God.
out a window.
Why is that the perfect description of that?
No, but Tristan, I'm just saying to you that, me living on the third floor, I would never push you out the window. Holy shit. No. Right? But the first floor of your house, the likelihood is increased 150%.
The only floor of my house.
Yeah, no, the likelihood is increased dramatically.
Oh my God.
Just putting that out there. Mhm.
Revenge
now, also
is
speaking
an idea we promote on my planet.
Speaking of Yakuza, Mark Hamill was in Yakuza.
Yeah.
No, because you were saying Mark Hamill roles, and I'm like, he was also in Yakuza. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, But anyway, going back to the movie itself. Yeah, no, I would argue Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, other actors as well who, I know there were some great actors in this that I can't think of off the top of my head. So let's read them. Let's read them out.
The actor, the actor that plays Ham, he's played in he was almost in every Pixar movie, I thought.
Well, not just but he's also a huge actor outside of being Ham, which I will find in 1 second. No, I just got to make sure I find it. Let's see, we have Don Rickles. Well, that's Mr. Potato Head.
There we go.
That's Mr. Potato Head. Sorry.
Right.
Don Rickles, who he passed away in 2017. Huh.
Right. Yeah.
Then I wonder who they have playing Mr. Potato Head now. But no, he was so funny, Don Rickles. But anyway, moving, I want to see some other people on the actors list. As Slinky, we have Jim Varney. Wait, whoa, is this who I'm thinking? Oh, he died in 2000. Oh, that's sad. No, Jim Varney. He was in a lot of comedies, like back before both of our times.
Right.
That's why when I heard that, I blinked. I was like, wait, what? Anyway, we also have, oh, God, Wallace Shawn as Rex. You've seen Wallace Shawn's face, but I'm thinking of things you might know him from. He's been in a lot of random stuff.
Right.
Actually, he was. Have you ever seen Deep Space Nine? I have not.
I haven't, but I know.
Damn it.
I know what it is.
Grand Nagus Zek. If that means anything to you. I don't.
No.
I haven't seen him in that.
Yeah.
I've seen him in other stuff. Let's see. Oh, he was in The Princess Bride.
Oh, okay, right.
Vicini? Let me see. I want to see something that I'm like, Tristan! But I probably won't find one. Either way, though, yeah, the actors in this, like, let's see. Oh, Ham was John Ratzenberger. So let's see. I want to see what John Ratzenberger was in. Oh, he was on Cheers.
Huh.
Have you seen Cheers?
Maybe an episode or two.
Oh, okay. Does Cliff Clavin ring a bell, or Clavin?
Not really.
All right. He was in The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh God, right. He was one of the other generals, I think. Or he was on the bridge of the Star Destroyer. I think it was when Vader chokes out Ozzel.
All right, I
could be wrong.
Let's see. Well, because no, I'm trying to see what other movies he was. Because it says he was in Superman, and I'm like, what was he? And he was like, it says missile controller, and I was like, okay. So I'm just trying to see like what other thing. He was Major Bren Derlin in The Empire Strikes Back, and also in Superman 2, he was Controller Number 1. And let's see. He was, I'm trying to think of, he was, Ham in Toy Story 1, 2, I'm assuming 3. He was also Yeti in Monsters, Inc. Oh, God, he was an assistant, he was assistant manager in Spirited Away.
Oh,
and
shit.
He was he was School of Moonfish in Finding Nemo. He was the Underminer in The Incredibles.
Right, yes.
He was a bunch of stuff in Cars.
Every time I hear him, every time I hear his voice, I'm like, oh, it's him.
Yeah, because he was in Cars. He was in Ratatouille. He was in WALL-E. Right. He was Tom the construction worker in Up.
Right.
And he was also Ham in Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently there was a Toy Story Tunes thing, like a short film called Hawaiian Vacation, and he was Ham in that as well. Same thing in one called Small Fry. That's funny. He was also in Cars 2, Brave, Monsters University. Again, he was the Yeti. So he reprised his role years later.
That's
and
great.
Let's see. He was in... he's going to be reprising his role in Toy Story 4 as well. Interesting.
Nice.
He was in Finding Dory as well. I still haven't seen that movie. Really should.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so jumping back to Bo Peep was Annie Potts. That name sounds very familiar.
It does. It might also be a common name.
Yeah. No, because I'm thinking if she's been in something. Oh, wow. She's in Young Sheldon. And she's been Bo Peep in every movie, minus the third? Interesting. She was in Ghostbusters 2 as well. Wait a minute.
Oh, shit.
And she was in Ghostbusters. Was she the fucking receptionist?
No. Wait.
She was the receptionist. Janine Melnick. That's funny.
Oh, shit.
That's
okay,
funny.
Right.
So she played the receptionist, of course, amongst many other roles. And then, she did the voiceover for Bo Peep in every movie minus the third for some reason. And I could swear Bo Peep was in the third, so I don't know.
No. She wasn't.
She wasn't?
Nope.
What?
They made a point of it.
Oh.
Like early on in the movie.
Huh. That's odd.
Yeah.
Because she's in the fourth.
Yeah, that's why I'm happy, like, she's coming back. So, like, that actually made me look at 4, and I'm like, I might go see
But then why wouldn't she be? But why wouldn't, I don't know. Anyway,
because they made
let's
a
not talk about
point
that
of
right
it.
now. Yeah.
That'll be for the, well, not the next one. The next one would be 2. But.
Oh, that's interesting. This is interesting. John Morris has been the voice of Andy, and it says the first 4 Toy Story films. He has been Andy in 4 movies?
What?
Alrighty. Wait,
excuse me?
What? Hold on. What the fuck? All right. Interesting. Who is Eric Von Detten? I don't want to hate this person because I don't know them, but they voiced over Sid. So I don't want to dislike them. They're just a normal person trying to do their own thing. But like, as the kid in me is just like, Sid was mean. You know. Oh, he was in Recess. Let's see.
Who was he in Recess? I watched Recess when I was a kid.
Erwin Lawson / Captain Brad.
Oh, right. He was like the king of the playground, I think.
Well, that makes sense, I guess. He was also Sid in Toy Story 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, then. And other Toy Story.
Have you not seen the third one, or?
Dude, of course I have, but I haven't seen it since it came out because I cried too much.
Right. Yes, you're right.
That is the right way to watch it. Yes. Thanks.
No,
Tristan.
you're completely. I understand.
Yeah. Right. Let's see here. Oh God, the sergeant. R. Lee Ermey.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, because like I've seen him in other Army-related stuff. Yeah.
It's like, no, sir. It's like, all right, at ease. It's just asking a question.
Oh man. But also I want to mention before we start to get closer to wrapping this up, I want to mention that the budget for this movie, I don't know how it was only this much. I don't know if this is also converted or anything like that, but the budget for the movie was $30 million. Which the reason why I say I don't know how it was only that much and not more is because this was pretty good animation again for its time.
Oh yeah.
Like this isn't something you could just do at home. You know, especially for this. Well, because I'm saying that in the sense that like nowadays it is easier to make animation, but to have it look this good, especially 95, like this was I would argue somewhat groundbreaking for its time.
Yeah.
But it was $30 million, and dude, it made $373.6 million at the box office.
Nice.
Holy shit! And then it put VHS sales after that.
Oh, right.
Oh my God. Oh wow. Huh. I didn't realize this. I must have forgotten this. We were also conditioned to like this as a kid. Apparently, Disney spent $20 million advertising it with Burger King, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, and Payless Shoe Source. All right. But seriously, they had all these different. Oh, this is interesting. Oh wow, this is interesting. Marketing consultant Al Riaz reflected on the promotion. This will be a killer deal. How can a kid sitting through a 1.5-hour movie with an army of recognizable toy characters not want to own one? Excuse me, sir, as I sit with my Toy Story shirt and 2 toys, 1 Buzz, 1 Woody. Excuse me, sir. I was not exploited.
I was.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Apparently, Disney consumer products, despite all of that talk, they were sitting around like, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of love for Toy Story toys. That's interesting. God. They were thinking like, well, I mean, that is, you know what's funny? Here's the thing, right? So that sounds silly, but I'll put it to you like this, though, right? New projects always have a huge financial risk to them. Now, that doesn't mean that Hollywood shouldn't create anything new. Like, I'm not saying that I agree with the constant reboots and remakes and readaptations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, as much as I love Toy Story, I would have been okay if 3 was the send-off, at least for many years to come, because it didn't feel like there was a huge gap between 3 and 4, in my opinion. But still, I don't know. Like, I feel like 3 was a beautiful end to the series. But here's the thing, Tristan.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. But hear me out, though. But I understand why Disney, when making this movie with Pixar, would be like, I don't know if it's really going to be, like, if it's going to be that popular. So the fact that it became that popular, then I understand that they were like, oh, we're fucking cashing in. Never mind. Video games ahoy and toys. Fucking everything. Everything.
Right.
But anyway, so, because I remember, I'm pretty sure I got also some Toy Story stuff from either McDonald's or Burger King as a kid. I could swear. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. I got those two.
Yeah. Oh, okay. No, because I'm looking at some stuff about the Thanksgiving release date. Yeah, okay. So, no, they're just talking about, like, Walt Disney Home Video put a trailer of the film on 7 million copies of the VHS release of Cinderella. So I'm sure that also probably pushed it to a bunch of kids as well. Joss Whedon was a screenwriter on this. Apparently he had an idea to incorporate Barbie as a character who would rescue Woody and Buzz in the film's final act. Very much like I can't mention the movie, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil the end, but I think Barbie rescuing them at the end reminds you of another movie we've reviewed before. The idea was dropped after Mattel objected and refused to license the toy. What? That's so odd.
Change their tune for 3.
Well, no, because,
even
of course.
2.
Well, no, I thought it was 2. No.
Yeah,
what I was
right.
trying to say, though, but what I'm trying to say, though, is this, Tristan, right, is that, I love the beautiful scene of Buzz riding through the sky. Like, it looks beautiful, right? Yeah. But why would you not want your toy to save other toys at the end?
Yeah,
of the movie,
even
if the movie did poorly.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Fucking companies are weird as shit. Like, unless they just didn't like the writing of maybe the scene that she was in, and I get that, but, like, I don't know. But, like, just the phrase, like, Barbie was going to save the two of them, like, to me, it just works. I don't know why. Like, it's just weird. Like, you would think that the Disney/Pixar might be like, ooh, I don't know. Like, we want to make this movie for everyone, boys and girls, but, like, we don't know if maybe that's a bit too for girls. I don't know. Like, you would think that would happen. But the fact that Mattel was like, no, we don't want Barbie to be shown in a positive light. No. Barbie would never save someone. What the fuck? Like, what's the unless the script was, even if the script was that bad, I get it, but then work with them maybe. It was just so odd that they just were like, no. Oh, I just realized Candyland was in the back of was one of the board games. I had Candyland as a kid. I didn't hate it. I don't hate board games, but my problem with board games, Tristan, this is when I was a kid, all the pieces.
I was going to say.
All the pieces, Tristan. Like, I wish I could still play some of these board games, but, dude, all of them.
You've never set up Mousetrap as a kid, have you?
I did. All of the pieces.
I still, to this day, don't know if I 100% set that up correctly.
I'll say it this much. You only set it up once.
Oh, no.
Correctly. Every other time you were missing a piece.
I think it was that Christmas when we ripped it out of the box, and my mom was looking at the instruction booklet like, what the fuck?
Your mom looked at that like, IKEA is easier than this.
Oh, God.
See, okay, I want to bring up Hasbro for a second. Hasbro, this makes sense. Hasbro refused to license G.I. Joe mainly because that was the toy that Sid was going to blow up.
Okay.
So I get it. That's why they made Combat Carl.
Combat Carl, right? Oh. Oof.
Oh, okay. So this is I'm sorry. Let me explain what producer Ralph Guggenheim claimed that Mattel, why they didn't allow Barbie. So I'm sorry. Let's give the quote. Mattel philosophically felt that girls who played with Barbie dolls are projecting their own personalities onto the doll. So if you give the doll a voice and animate it, you're creating a persona for it that might not be every little girl's dream and desire. Which I guess I hear you in that respect, but also, why didn't you have that many black Barbie dolls? What the fuck? Just putting that out there too. Or plus-size Barbie dolls. What, there aren't no fat kids out there? What the fuck? I'm just going to put that out there. Like,
that's fair.
No, I just want to put that out there. I mean, I know that there were some black Barbie dolls in the 90s, but only somewhat recently have we had, like, heavy, like, fat Barbie dolls. Like, really? No fat kids? I was a fat kid. Fuck you. Not actually fuck you, but, like, seriously, though, like, come on, guys. Like, well, Barbie represents the voice of every little girl, and it's like, what about fat girls? Oh, well, would you look at the time? Hey, get back here! Why is he just flying away like that? Oh, he has that Barbie money. He just looks like he has a jetpack. He has that Barbie money.
Yeah,
he doesn't have to talk to anybody. And this is not. I'm not talking about producer Guggenheim. I'm referring to whatever Mattel. Just Mattel. No, Mattel's cool. It's just the fact that like it's a weird explanation because like I totally hear them on that. Like, oh, don't when you give her a voice, it makes it seem like Barbie is only one type of person. But I would argue when the type of person that she is someone that saves the two of them. That's the kind of voice that I think would be great for girls to see. If, young girls watching the movie, would have been great for them to see. And hell, even as a young boy at the time, it would have been great for me to see. Like, wow, look at that tough girl, like that Barbie doll. So people making those jokes of Barbies or, yada, yada, oh, Barbie's this, Barbie's that, Barbie's only this, that would have probably changed that narrative at least a bit when you have Barbie saving the two of them in a huge movie like this. Such an odd situation. Again, philosophically, I hear where they're coming from. Commentary aside, I hear where they're coming from, but like, you could have completely controlled and changed the narrative of Barbies are for girls. Ugh. Right. Even though it's like Barbie apparently is pretty fucking successful with her fucking sports car and her and all of her accessories and shit. Like, yo, she's making bank. I don't know what Barbie does for a living, but damn.
I think it changes every generation.
No, that's true. You're right. Now Barbie actually has a YouTube channel that promotes body positivity and mental health awareness.
Right. I mean, hey.
Legit. Yeah. No, Barbie has a YouTube channel. They animate Barbie. I forgot who does the voice for Barbie. And, and she just tells girls, like, it's okay if you don't feel like that you're
happy
pretty enough because you are. Yeah, or happy all the time. And I'm just, and I saw a clip of this, and I was like, wow, this is actually really nice. I was like, good for them.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, when looking at that, I get it, but you see where I'm coming from, Tristan. Like, you could have, like, it wasn't like they were asking her to, be like this dumb ditzy blonde or something.
Right.
Because then I'd understand. It's like, well, Barbie has a car, goddammit. Like, she works for the money. She's not like, oh, my God. Like, no, hey, how dare you? Right, I can understand that.
And I think,
but,
I think they might be going for, like, that positive outlook now more with, like, Bo Peep and 4. Just from what I've seen in trailers.
I gotta say, Bo Peep was actually nice in this movie because I guess she was cool because everyone else was, like, fighting, and Bo Peep is like, hey, settle the fuck down.
Right,
We don't know shit about what's going on with Woody, all right? Hey, Mr. Potato Head. Hey, Mr. Potato Head. Take that mouse and put it on your ass.
Oh, that's why, as a kid, when they're flying towards the truck and they're just about to get back in, and Woody, like, he can't hold on to RC and just smashes through Potato Head, and his parts just go everywhere. Like, as a kid, I mean, it was the slapstick part of it, but, like, I laughed so fucking hard at that every damn time. I still do. I still giggle. Because it's just his face just going from A to B.
I love the really weird voices that Andy gave all of them. Like, apparently he gives Mr. Potato Head this, like, southern, like, I'll put him on the train tracks, ha ha ha.
Right.
By the way, because
you're going to jail, Bart.
No, because it was an old
No,
because it was an old 1950s, like, live action, like, the dastardly dude with the mustache and the top hat put the woman on the train track, so the cowboy had to come save her.
Yep.
It was so funny.
Ages 3 and up. It says it on my box. Ages 3 and up. I'm not supposed to be babysitting Princess Drool.
Right.
Also, she probably could have choked on those removable parts, just being real.
The more you know. I don't know. But yeah, so, I mean, hey, man, it's the 90s. Wild, Wild West.
Yeah.
But, not the way it is today, where, kids are playing all those video games. You can't choke on a controller, but back then, Wild,
Challenge
Wild West.
accepted. Tristan, wait. Tristan, no. What are you doing? You get that controller out of your mouth. What do you have in your mouth? Get over here.
The scariest thing wasn't that Tristan swallowed the controller. It's that while it was going into his stomach, you heard the PS4 in the background go, beep, beep.
The PS4 turned on, and I can't shut it off.
Tristan, you could just remove the fucking cord from the back. No, I must consume it. No, Tristan, no.
You just see like the PS symbol button come up on my forehead. I have assimilated. I know your password.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You've just subscribed to PlayStation Plus.
Look, I saw the controller going in, don't want to see it coming out. Just do your own thing. Do whatever you have to do to just... All shall pass. That's all I'll say as a response to that. All shall pass. Yeah, so I don't know what else to say about this movie. Anything else you want to say about it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess for me, one of the more, I don't know, deeper thoughts out of it I get was just Woody and Buzz kind of finally coming to the understanding of Buzz, like, when they're in Sid's room and it's that night, like, just before, he's going to launch the rocket. And Buzz is Buzz has got the rocket strapped to him, and Woody's stuck under the crate. And it's just like, Buzz going like, oh, I'm a toy, like having the existential crisis, and then realizing, oh, I'm not a real person, I am a toy.
Mm-hmm.
But then realizing how much it means to Woody and how fulfilling that life can actually be, because in a weird way, like, it is really odd how it's not odd, but like, it's cool how they frame it, just like the perfect life for a toy is to be loved and played with by a child, which makes sense.
Right.
But like, just the fact that Buzz finally comes to that realization, like, oh wow, this actually really means something, and like to Woody, like, this is everything to Woody, and I've done nothing but, call him, think he was, stupid and petty and whatever, and now I realize, oh wow, this is his whole life. And then,
Woody was shitty and petty.
Well, okay. I'm not saying he didn't.
No, but still, it is nice for Buzz to come to that realization as well.
Yeah. I mean, in the sense of, like, he finally realizes, like, where all that negativity was coming from, too.
Yes.
It's like, when your whole life gets turned upside down and, you're not, like, the kid who's loved you since kindergarten is now, like, your second fiddle. Like, yeah, that would do things to you. But, like, I'm not saying his behavior was appropriate. Like, no,
but I know you. But I know you'd say that about Woody.
Window.
But I know you'd say that about Woody. I knew you would. I was waiting.
All right.
But no, I'm kidding. But I obviously understand. But no.
No, you know.
It's funny though, because I was sitting here and I was like, when is he going to defend Woody? When is he going to do it? Well, no, because obviously Woody does chill the fuck out because, again, he's learned. So but that's the good thing. Like, he chilled out in later movies because he learned, not because of what I said earlier in the bad timeline where, like, he was such a dick, but they still made so much money that they were like, ooh, we have to tone him down. Like, no, this makes sense. Why would he still be that type of jealous towards Buzz? Because, well, they've like, he gets it now. Like, Buzz gets, oh, I'm a toy, and Woody gets, hey, like, we can both hang out with Andy. Like, it's not, I mean, heck, Andy plays with all of the other toys. Just because I'm not the favorite doesn't mean. It's also good in a weird way, even though they didn't do this with Andy and his little sister, it does mimic when younger children come into the family and older siblings have to, like, deal with that. So for me, I'm 10 years older than my brothers, so that didn't really register with me. Like, people thought I was going to be jealous, and I'm like, bruh. I didn't say bruh, but, like, I was still like, I'm a lot older. No, but with, but I've heard some funny stories where, like, some family, like, the older siblings, they're not, like, crazy old, so maybe they're, like, maybe 4 years older. So the baby comes, and after a few weeks, they look at the parents, and they're like, when are you taking him back to the hospital?
Right.
And it's like, oh, my God, how do we tell her? How do we tell her? Yeah, no, we're not.
Right.
But
it's funny.
Yeah.
Like, Toy Story kind of had that, like, not that effect, but, like, in a different way. It was, for me, like, the toys having their own, like, persona and everything. Like, I was an only child, so I grew up, like, not that my family didn't play with me. Obviously they did. But, you know, obviously my parents had other obligations to attend to, too. So, like, there were times where I was just playing by myself a lot. And, like, I always had that part of my imagination where the toys were alive and, like, I was talking to them and stuff like that. Odd though, I never really had an imaginary friend. Like, it's funny. Like, I saw that in cartoons growing up, but, like, personally, I never really had that. It was always just me.
Yeah, it's weird. I also never had an imaginary friend. My family did tell me that, like, one of my friends was imaginary, but I didn't believe them nor my therapist. But allegedly one of my friends was imaginary. No, all jokes aside, though, I never had an imaginary friend. It's weird.
Right.
At least as far as I know, I didn't. Like, maybe I had one when I was, like, so young that I can't remember.
Right.
But as far as I
too.
know, I've never had an imaginary friend. It's just been, because also another thing, too, that I think, and it's not like we don't want to make anyone feel old, and I'm sure there's some people who are around our age who had imaginary friends, but for you and I think, maybe me more than you, I got my hands on video games early, so maybe it was like I was able to lose myself in a world rather than having an imaginary friend. Like, you know how, like, some kids, even if they had video games, some kids,
funny.
like, okay. Because when did you get your first handheld?
Sorry, you finish your thought.
No. When did you get your first handheld? Because I know you started with handhelds. I started with consoles.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I was 10, I think.
All right, that's fair. Because I was like 6.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, I
like,
was
I was
decently
like 6, 5,
far
6.
along
before
that's fair. I actually got into video games.
All right, no, then I'll give you that. Because for me, I think that, like, I could lose myself with a Super Nintendo game or with a Pokemon game. So, like, you know, nothing against people who are around our age who had both. But for me, it was kind of like, I didn't need an invisible friend if I'm playing the game and I have become, like, I feel like it's just where your mental capacity goes as a kid, perhaps.
Right, yeah.
You know? But that's just my take
I would
on
always, in a weird way, I feel like I would get lost in a world too, but it was more like, because I had, like, Thomas the Tank Engine, like the wooden sets and stuff like that. Like, I would get lost in my own little world, like, making it, and then having the trains talk to each other and, you know, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, no.
Which was another big one for me growing up.
You know, when I was a kid, I had DBZ fighters either from, and Z Warriors and also villains, either from Burger King sets or also just from, like, packs of whatever toys. So, they always had, like, weird fights and crossovers. It was always fun. Basically, I was playing Jump Force.
That was the funny thing.
I was playing Jump Force before Jump Force was a thing.
Right.
Basically.
I actually didn't do that for the most part. Like, I didn't, like, with Andy, I didn't, like, mix all my toys together and, like, have them go on crazy adventures. It was weird. I kept everything in its own category. Like, if I was doing Star Wars, it was Star Wars. If it was Thomas the Tank Engine, it was Thomas the Tank Engine, you know? It's funny.
This man is a hypocrite, and yet he plays Kingdom Hearts. Get out of here. All right. Get out of here.
Look here.
Look, you can go. You can leave now. And he plays, God. Hold on a second. Let's pause this, whatever the fuck we've turned this into. Mr. I Love Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. Mr. I Love the Super Smash Brothers franchise. You never had your toys play and crossover together. How dare you? Are you telling me that I'm just saying that Woody
not until I was older.
I know. Woody should have been confused, like, Rex, is that you? And then it's the dinosaur from Disney's Dinosaur.
Or it's the fucking T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Because I had those.
You are not Rex. Rex is like, Woody, run! To infinity, and we're fucked.
What if he gets another dinosaur? A mean one.
I don't know if I can face that kind of rejection.
The fucking voice box from the Jurassic Park. T-Rex.
Yeah, oh my God.
Because it made sound effects too.
Yes. So again, very fun movie. It obviously is a juggernaut for a reason. I still think, even though with what I've said about some of the animation, I still believe that overall, though, it does stand the test of time. And again, the voiceover work really helps with that, because if the voiceover work was adequate, even if the movie did well at the time, it would have become extremely weak, if not unwatchable, if the voiceovers didn't help with, the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, the animation looks great, but if the actors were subpar, or if the acting, rather, was subpar, it would have worked at the time, but going back to it would be like, ooh, I don't know. But, like, I would argue you could close your eyes, and even if you've never seen the movie, you could be like, oh, wow, that clicks, that connects, that works, that's funny, that's good comedic timing, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. Yeah.
You know, because it just
they
does.
really bring life to those characters.
Yes, and that's what matters, right? And not just kids' media, but any kind of media.
Right.
So that's why, I'll look at a show like, or look at a movie like this, and I'm like, look, I know that other series are more quote-unquote adult and mature, but if the acting is wooden or if it relies on only certain things to be like, oh, this is edgy and adult, then, like, yes, you can't show it to children, but that doesn't, to me, mean that it's adult, or mature.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying this movie is quote-unquote adult and mature, but I think that's something that I would argue something that you could show to the entire family, and it works across the board, is something that has more range or just works better than something that can only be shown to a certain audience via age level, just because, not of the story, not of the plot, not of how the characters intertwine. Maybe a kid won't get it because there's too much going on, a crazy ensemble cast. I get that. But if it's not about that, if it's about, like, nah, dude, it's just, like, the swearing and the blood, I mean, ooh, come on, man, how could you show that to a kid? It's like, come on, we're adults. Like, we're not, I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like a movie like this, to me, like, it's just something that really can click and resonate with all ages. Now, I will admit, I don't know how I feel about it if I've never had seen Toy Story before, but I still at least would say that the acting was, on point. And again, that's what, like I said, you need that in a movie.
Right.
To, any movie. Again, don't worry about it being a quote-unquote kids flick or something like that. Anyway, so any last words? I don't know why I say it that way all the time. Anything you want to say? What is it?
Just finishing up the other side of it, like Woody realizing, like, it was Buzz's whole realizing why. It's like, oh, why would Andy, why does Andy like you so much more than, me or anything like that? He's like, because you're a fucking awesome toy. Like, you talk, you have wings, you can glow in the dark, all of that.
Also, I love that after he realizes, like, wait, oh God, Buzz, you not only have thought that you are real, like, are really the Buzz Lightyear, when you realize that you're not, he doesn't really make fun of him after the fact. Like, he made fun of him before, not just because he was a dick, but because he's like, oh, man, I thought you were, like, just trying to, like, impress everybody, but you actually believe this? Like, again, he's being a dick about it. But when he truly sees that, like, oh, God, like, you've realized, oh, no, this is a trying time. Like, there has to have been a time when Woody thought he was Woody. Like,
well, that's 1950s
the funny thing. Woody.
I don't know if all toys have that. Like, I wonder if that is a thing that they all go through. And I feel like that's been talked about at some point in one of the movies.
Okay.
But it might have been more glanced over.
Yeah, I think Bo Peep, well, here's what I think, right? Bo Peep, no. Why? Bo Peep isn't from a thing in canon. Like, Woody is from a thing in canon. Even though it's not, I mean, it's not really a spoiler. It's just, Woody is from an actual property in canon the same way that Buzz is.
Because he didn't really know about that, though.
Oh, that's interesting. Huh, that is interesting.
Right.
Interesting. I forgot about that. Course, interesting.
Yeah, 2 delves into that even deeper with, other Buzz Lightyears.
Yeah, of course, and we'll talk about that
another time.
But still, so
I love that scene where they finally come to terms with one another and realize where the other is actually coming from. And then they're like, yeah, you know what? I think, like, we can get along. We can work together. Like, I finally get it,
Yeah.
They just have that moment where they're cool with one another once again. And then Buzz drops a toolbox on Woody's head.
But yeah, so
the amount of times
either way,
he gets dunked on just physically. Again,
oh, dude, the bowling ball hit Woody's head, and I was like, how did his toy skull not crack?
Right, that too.
The paint didn't even chip. Dear God. Plastic corrosion. Apparently you guys can withstand bowling balls to the head. But yeah, so we're wrapping this one up. I want to thank you guys for listening in to another episode of Friday Night Movies. If you've seen this movie and you want to tell us what you think about it, please comment down below. If you've seen Toy Story 4, post spoiler-free comments down below. Again, if you're listening to this, I want to mention if you're listening to our Those Guys on the Radio YouTube channel, because I don't know if you could comment on our Blog Talk Radio account, which is blogtalkradio.com/thoseguysontheradio. Not sure if you could comment down there, but if you are on our YouTube channel, yeah. Oh, well, no, fake spoilers are fun. So if you want to talk about when, like, Goku showed up as a toy, that'd be hilarious. I'd love that. But or like Sora was in it from Kingdom Hearts. That's fun. I like that. Fake spoilers, all right. But real spoilers, please do not post those. But tell us what you thought about not only Toy Story 4, but of course this movie, Toy Story 1, your experiences with it, your first time watching it, things like that, how it impacted you at the time and stuff like that. So we'd love to hear about that, again, on our Those Guys on the Radio YouTube channel, which you might be listening to it through there, or you might have actually downloaded it through our iTunes. If you searched up Those Guys on iTunes, you can actually find a decent chunk. We've done so many podcasts. They don't list all of them, but they go back far enough, so you can listen to most of our podcasts through there, download them through there, and listen to them on the go. Also, would like to mention as well that we have our Those Guys Play YouTube channel. Just search up Those Guys Play, and you can find myself and Tristan either playing games, doing reviews, doing a lot of other fun gaming-related stuff on that channel. And also, we have our TG Productions channel as well, usually related to tokusatsu stuff, pro wrestling stuff, and occasional anime stuff on occasion. So a lot of fun stuff there. You can check that out. And also I want to mention that if you want to follow us, not just through our YouTube channels, but also see some of our other stuff that we're doing as well, just through our YouTube channels in general and other stuff on the side, you can actually check out our Facebook, which is facebook.com/thoseguysontheradio, our Twitter, which is @thoseguysradio, and our website, which is tgproduction.net. All right, guys, so that was a lot. It's a lot to take in. But thank you all so much for getting to this part of the video or the podcast, whichever one you're looking at. We love you all. Take care and tune in next time, Tristan, we will be in Halloween in July. So maybe we already recorded something in advance. Ooh, spooky. Ooh. I don't know. We'll find out. Shit.
No way.
I don't know.
No way.
We'll find out. No, really, we'll find out. And by the way, so Halloween in July, if you don't know, is something that we do every July. We love Halloween so much, we did it twice. So we have Halloween in July, where we do, though. I fucking love Halloween. God damn it. So we
Good for you.
Tristan. Fuck you, Tristan. I swear to God. So anyway, yeah, we love Halloween. We did it twice. So we have podcasts relating to different horror, anime, and video games, and movies and stuff like that, and TV shows. And when it comes to our Those Guys Play channel, yes, we'll play some fun, spooky horror games for the month. And TG Productions has not really gone full Halloween, but oh man, we're gonna try to see what we can do this Halloween, boy.
Oh,
Tristan, I mean, not you and I, but just me personally, because I know you. Well, usually TG Productions is me, but hey, if you want to join in some Halloween shit, I'd love to get you to do something for TG Productions. I don't know what yet, but we'll find out. How dare you? All right, that's fine. Anyway, all right, so tune in next time, guys, when we will be in Halloween in July. See ya.
God, you're gonna see. It's our destiny. You got a friend in me.